we're going to get started with some introductions. We have a really exceptional lineup here for us coaches and whatnot. And we, in fact, even have 2 international Paralympians. And if you were here earlier, we were kind of talking, and it was pretty cool. Some of them sent videos, I believe, for their tips to success, so can't wait to see those. So let's get started for a second. We have a few different people. So coaches, when you introduce yourself, try to keep it to 2 minutes or less, just because we have a lot of cool things going on. But is Regas Woods in the building? Regas, if you don't mind just sharing kind of what your story is to the Paralympics and all that fun stuff. Regas, you there? You could unmute yourself.
I think he's having some trouble logging on.
Oh
Cody.
no, Camille, do you want to give a quick little bio of Regas? If you
I think let's maybe jump to one of the other coaches.
We'll jump to one of the other coaches. I like that. All right, where is Marco? Marco, unmute yourself and just please introduce yourself to the awesome clinic. Are we gonna have luck? Marco, you there? No, strike 2. Okay.
Marco.
It's me, brother.
What's up, Marco? Marco, do you mind quickly, just a minute or so, telling us about your story and who you are?
Okay, of course. Hello, community. My name is Marco Borges from Brazil. I am a Paralympian athlete from Brazil and participated in the 2 Paralympian Games. But
I think we're having some technical difficulties, but it seems like Marco is one of our international Paralympians, which is pretty awesome. Hopefully, hold on, can we hear him now? We'll get that fixed.
you listening?
We can hear you just a little bit. We can hear you just a little bit.
For sure. Okay. My name is Marco. Everybody listening?
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
Go
Yeah.
ahead. Okay. It's me again. My name is Marco. I'm speaking from São Paulo. I'm a Paralympic athlete from Brazil. Okay, I participated in the 2 Paralympic Games, but now I'm working for the great organization. His name is SASI. SP is my state in Brazil, São Paulo. Okay, but now I'm working for the great organization. Okay, the most biggest Paralympic team in Brazil, probably in South America. Part of my team. This is my coach. I have a lot of athletes, Divaldo, Lucas, Samuel, Abraham, and Bruno. This is only a little part for my team because the big team, I think, have a lot of pretty honor for patients, great learning and teacher. Okay, thank you so much for inviting me.
Oh, Marco, I don't mean to cut you off just a second. We have a few more coaches to introduce, and later on we'd love to hear everything. And it was just a little hard to hear, but thank you so much for being here, and I can't wait to see what the rest of the session brings about. We're going to move on to our next coaches for a quick little introduction. Lacey, one of my good friends and teammates. Lacey, do you mind just kind of quickly sharing a little bit about who you are and your story?
Cody. Thank you for hosting this track clinic. I know that we're all learning to adapt, which is definitely, I think, harder sometimes for us mentally than it is physically at this point. My name's Lacey Henderson. I'm from Denver. I'm currently living in Denver after living a whole bunch of places. Moved back home to train for the last games, and then this happened, so maybe I'll just go forever at this point. Training's going great. It's super hot where I am, so if I guess one of the med staff is in Colorado, so come over. I was a Division I cheerleader at the University of Denver. I grew up actually doing competitive cheer as an above-the-knee amputee. I lost my leg 21 years ago now, right before I turned 10, to a soft tissue cancer called synovial sarcoma. It was kind of crazy. Never came back, which is great. And then I started my track journey actually after college. I started with pole vaulting. That's a long story, but it was basically a bet, and I learned how to pole vault. Wanted to find more resources for it, but got rerouted to Paralympics. and started long jumping in 2013, and I now have the American record. I went to Rio. I jumped and ran the 100, and I was just jumping for a while, just kind of like monitoring some injuries. I'm healthy. I was ready to race this year, but we'll race again next year.
That's right. That's right. Lacey, you're awesome. Thank you for being here. We got some more coaches to introduce real quick. Tyrone, where you at? Tyrone, where you at? Sorry if I got your name wrong.
Hi, Cody. It's actually Tyrone.
Tyrone, okay. Thank you. I think
Hi there,
I might have
everyone.
been reading a typo.
No problem. My name is Tyrone Pillay. I'm a South African Paralympian competing in the, well, back then it was the F42 shot put, now it's the F63 shot put. And yeah, great journey for me. I was never into Paralympic sport or disability sport. I played a quarter sport called cricket for many years, 14 years, and then I found my way into the Paralympic family. Simply love it. Probably the best thing I've ever done in my life. So yeah, I can't wait to show some of my skills off to the next generation and to basically forge a new way forward for them. So look forward to it, and thanks for having me. I really appreciate being here. It's now 8 p.m. in South Africa, so I'm up late trying to do this.
Dang, I appreciate that. Oh, chat, show your appreciation for all the coaches right now, please. Everyone type thank you. We love helping you guys out. Also, when you're in the chat, please type out what you're excited about for today, like what events you want to do, what things you want to learn. Please let us know. Like, this is interactive. It's not just us talking at you, but we want you to talk with us. And last but not least, my name is Cody. I throw the javelin in 2016. In fact, Angela Madsen gave me one of her javelins, and I do it and I bring it with me everywhere I speak to schools, and it just is a really cool reminder of her generosity and her spirit and her love. And we are going to honor her generosity and her spirit and her love today in this session. So we're gonna get going on with kind of some band work and stretching. I believe Lacey and Regas are gonna kick us off for the first 10, 20 minutes or so, and just go for it. Lacey, you want to take it over?
Why not?
Why not?
Okay, why not? Hopefully Regas shows back up again. Regas, if you're out there, please come back. Okay, so I have my band from the Hartford. Shout out to the Hartford once again, the best sponsor. And my massage ball that came in my package. Hopefully you guys have yours as well. And basically, I don't actually use a lot of band work. I know Cody might, some of the throwers might, but any type of like chest opening skill that I like to do, I basically try to add some tension into this band. Do just like easy mobility, soft through the spine and mid-thoracic area. Maybe try to see if I can go over my head. Some circles like these. If you guys want to join me, if you have your bands, I can see some people, but I can't see others. That's cool. A lot of other stretches that I like to do with these bands is the tricep stretch. So you grab your band here, get your other hand, your lower hand, and you just pull. So if any throwers have any type of suggestions, by all means. I usually hold my stretch around 20 to 30 seconds. I can tell that the older I get, the longer my warm-up has been. These old bones need a little bit more time warming up, no matter how hot it is outside. So same thing here. If your hand's too low, you don't feel like you get a stretch, I try to grab higher up on the band and then really get that good stretch on my top tricep, because I'd be getting tight. I'm getting so tight. Another thing you can do for band work, since we're inside, you can use furniture, use the wall if you need to stretch. I like stretching my quads, just real easy. I do my sound side, but I also make sure to do my prosthetic side. Even as an AK, I may not have quads, but for running especially, your hip flexors are gonna get really tight and your lower lumbar back gets really, really tight. So it's important to really do some easy mobility and stretch out. What I like to do is static stretching before I start a good dynamic warm-up. And that usually consists of A skips, B skips, a lot of bounds, just really trying to get your nervous system activated and explosive.
So real quick, Lacey, static was like more of like you stand still and stretch, and dynamic is more of where you
dynamic is a lot more movement. So any other type of like tightness or anything, my house is really small. I don't even know, hopefully you can see me on this wall. If I have I get really tight suboccipit, I get tight in my neck, so I'll take my massage ball, put it against a wall, and roll it against the wall. See if I can still get some relief in my neck. You can do this in your back and your shoulder blades. You can do it for your hips against the wall, and you just lean into it. A lot of times if I'm at the track, I'll just do it against the ground, but this is a good way so you're not like falling onto your massage ball. If it's too much pressure, then you want to like kind of take it down a notch. My mom's calling me, so I'm gonna have to call her back. Gotta love remote learning, right? Am I right?
Exactly. So
Okay.
About how long do you stretch and warm up?
So my stretching before my warm up probably is like anywhere from 5 to 10 minutes. And like that I do a lot. Like I like me sitting down, do some neck stretches like these. I really like these ones where you can just grab your ear and pull your head to your shoulder.
That's good. My neck just cracked.
Everybody, honestly, I don't know about you guys, but during quarantine, I've spent a lot more time in this position on my phone, and my neck has been real sore. Regas, you're back. I saw you.
That's awesome. Did you and Regas work together on this to kind of?
We always work together.
That's awesome.
One last neck stretch, and then I'll pass it off to Regas for any other stretching that he may have. I grab like the crown of my head. So if you have a ponytail, usually where your ponytail is, if you wear a yarmulke, where your yarmulke is, I grab that spot and I pull my head to my armpit, and you get a good C5, C6 stretch. That helps a lot with all the excess cell phone use that I found myself doing.
It's also like an Instagram post. No, I'm just kidding.
All the Instagram posts. That's all the tension from each post. All right, Regas, I'm going to pass it off to you. If you have anything else for band work, stretching, warm up. Regas, unmute yourself. It's on the bottom left.
Okay, unmuted. What all stretches have you went over?
I just did some like just band work, really, and like quad stretch.
Oh, so you did hip stuff too?
No, tell us about hip stuff.
Oh, nice. I don't have any bands with me, but you can step into the band and bring it up around your right above your knee or mid thigh, and yes, and and you can do side steps with it or squats.
Okay.
Is that working?
Yeah. Oh, I see. Or you step with both feet in it and do side steps.
Yeah, you both. Yeah.
Oh man. I can
Yeah.
tell you're getting to the gym like I normally.
Yep, those work.
I can do 2 steps in my living room.
So you would have to have the actual band that goes around your hips to do the side step one, because you can work your quads as well as your hamstrings.
You can always tie
You
it.
can do you can do high knees. Yep, those work. And then you can go to the side, then squat. Yeah. Yep. Good warm up.
This is good in Birkenstocks right
Yep.
now. I'm really cute.
Yep, and then you can use the side of the sofa there or the chair and face towards it and work the hamstring by simply just pushing back, extending the leg. Yep, extending the leg back.
We're not done with the band work. Okay.
Yeah.
Woo! I feel that one.
Yep, that's gonna and then from there go kick your leg out to the side.
Okay. Here, I'll go on this side so you can see it. A strong leg.
Yep. Get that hip action going on.
That's all. And so Regas, after you warm up and all that, what are some of the exercises that you do for jumps and all that fun stuff?
I just typically do the same thing I would do for as my track warm up.
Yeah.
I go through all my drills, and then I'll do some pop-ups, of course, on the runway, and that's pretty much it. Do some hurdle drills. You can do hurdle drills inside the house, lunges.
Yeah. Lacey, Regas, are you guys able to show us any like workouts? I know we just did a little bit of warming up right now, but are you able to show us a little like at-home workout if we need to get a good practice in, anything to help with sprinting or jumping that we could do at home?
I have a couple things that I wrote down, and I know grabbed one thing that I actually have seen Regas do, so he can help me on that with running arms. But Like for any warm up, I'll do A skips, but in the house, you can do A walks. You can even stretch. So basically an A position is your knee is up, foot is dorsiflexed here.
Yep.
And when you're on the ground, you want your foot directly underneath you. You don't want to go toe, you don't want front. So this is really helpful with positioning both front side and dynamically on the ground. So even if you're an AK like me, like Regas, even if you have your leg out here, as long as you can get it underneath you and really get that pop, you can practice that in the house. Probably make your parents real mad, but anything for track. Another thing that I've seen Regas do, you can do it standing with your legs straight. I don't know how much you can see in my house. Or you can do it sitting down with your legs out in front of you. I might have been gone now, but basically.
No, we can see you.
We can see you.
All right, Regas, tell me, because I've seen him do these running arms, which is really good for turnover. It's amazing how much your arms help you run.
Yes.
What a magical, inspirational revelation I had when I learned that. So basically, you can do these anywhere from 10 seconds, 20 seconds, 30 seconds. Hands in really strong positions. You want to keep this angle tight. You don't want any of these. I have this problem. And you just do strong running arms. About 10 seconds.
Yep, and as you can see, she's doing it the right way because she's bouncing up and down off the ground. If you're going side to side, you're not doing it properly. And that's a fun thing that you can get the whole family involved, make a little circle and have a race.
See who can hold it the longest.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Now, Lacey and Regas, do you guys have a challenge for the people, for the athletes in here? Because we're doing something cool coming this Saturday. We want to challenge people. Do you have something they could do every day or at least once this week?
If you have a long hallway, a big room, an outdoor area that you could be filmed if you want, something that I always like to do is just standing long jump drills because that really helps you get into a power position and push through your hips. So I'm originally a gymnast. So basically for me, for standing long jump, I'll swing your arms down, get in a good sitting position and go for it. And just measure where you start from and where you land. See if you can actually get longer and further. You can also do a standing high jump. Let's see if I can touch the ceiling. Same thing, squat down, power up.
That's awesome. That's awesome. There you go. There's the cheer. There's the cheer. So just so we know, about how many, like a day or how many for the challenge you want them to accomplish with the standing long jump and standing high jump?
Whenever I do testing for those, I'll do 3 of each and then just do best one out of 3.
Cool. So try 3 days, see if you can get it. Regas, do you have any challenges, any things that you want them to accomplish this week?
Pretty much what Lacey did, it was perfect. I would challenge them to get at least 10 minutes in a day of ab workout.
Okay, that's cool. And you can use bands for that, or if you don't have
a bag of flour, anything in the house, a baby.
Baby, there's a lot. You guys have been awesome. Go ahead and maybe put yourself on mute. We're gonna have a few other coaches help. But guys, if you want to talk to Lacey and Regas, make sure you can private message them. They're here for you. I believe you guys are gonna stay on, right?
I may have to leave in a little bit, but I'll stay on as long as I can.
All right, appreciate it, Regas. You guys are awesome. We have up next. Let's see who we got. We got Marco. Marco, do you want to kind of tell us what you got prepared for us for this segment and what your challenge is?
Okay, let me see. I open my phone. Hello, guys.
What's up, Marco?
Hello. Yes, I would like to suggest to hurry up for the throw. I have the exercise is that. Okay. If you can sit or stand up, doesn't matter. Then important is hurry up your shoulders. Okay. You can put your band. Yes. Just for in the right and up. And the right and the right. Okay. For the another hand. It's okay.
Nice.
This idea is only for hurry up your shoulder in your competition or your training, you're having more time. But my challenges for today is about I think is 70% for the throwing. It's about for the power position. No, the power position is the position how you're throwing. This is the more important. No, you're turning. If, for example, you're throwing discos, your turn, it's so important, but your power position is the more important. My challenge for these weeks, he proposed you train the power position discus for 1 week. Okay? Let me demonstration.
Yeah, I would love to see it.
Okay.
There we go. Oh.
You can see me?
Yeah, I can see you now.
Okay. Your feet, open your arms, okay? Just this. One simple movement, no? Another complicate a little bit. Open your arms, okay? Turn, turn, turn.
This bandwidth is a little low for the power position.
Pay attention to your hips. Okay, it's more important in your balance, no? Turn, turn, and push, okay? Just so simple, no? So simple.
Turn and push.
Turn. Okay? So
And-
simple. This
Yeah, and if
position,
you're,
yes.
yeah, and if you're seated thrower too, it still works. Use
Yes,
whatever
yes.
you can.
This is 70%. If you pretend one day throwing in a high level, do you need to increase your power position? No? Is this exercise is most simple? Okay, if it's so simple for you, you can complicate it a little bit, no?
Yeah.
And this is only the power
See real
position.
quick.
You can, just for the half turn, for example, to do that. 1 turn, 2 turn. The power position.
That's
No.
cool.
Yes.
And
My-
it works for javelin too. I'm a javelin thrower, and I mean javelin, you don't throw it to the side, you just throw it overhead, but you still want the power position. I appreciate you so much and for your challenge. I think just time permitting, we got to move on to the next coach because we got a lot going on in just a short amount of time. So appreciate. But I think also Tyrone is gonna kind of hop in, and you might have a video later for us,
Okay.
Tyrone too. Is that
Well,
right?
actually, the video is actually of Ronald, not me as such.
Got you. I think just later on, but you have some things
Yeah,
you want
yeah.
to share. Yeah, got you.
So obviously, there's a video that I think they're going to share of Ronald doing some stuff.
Got you. I think later on or right now. Which one do you want to go?
No, it's later on. Now it's me. I'm just going to
Gotcha.
basically take you through some of my stuff, and then later I think one of them will basically put Ronald's video on.
Cool.
So interesting enough, right? So obviously I'm a standing shot putter. Very, very challenging considering I do a lot of Olympic lifting, hence the big shoulders and the big arms. So firstly, I have to say thank you to Lacey. She did a lot of good work for me there by actually doing all the stretching, which I would normally do. So thank you, Lacey. So I don't have to demonstrate all of that. So thanks so much for that. But one of the things with shot put is you want to work on your chest, you want to work on your shoulders. But one of the things that people don't understand is your leg movement, especially as a standing thrower. You want to move, and that's one of the important things is get that leg driving. And if you really think about it, what actually causes a shot to go far is your leg drive, because that initiates the movement. And I think that's the important part that people need to understand. So yeah, I've got a couple of things that I'd like to do. I have things set up, so let me just walk around.
Yeah, sounds good.
Show you
We
guys.
get a tour of the house.
So
it's pretty cool.
Yeah. If it was earlier, I would have shown you the amazing view from my apartment. It's the ocean view. So unfortunately, I don't have that right now because it's so late at night. So let me just put that up. So what I'm going to do first is quite a simple one. You can do it where you're going to try and get a bit of a bench press. With the band, you put the band on the ground and put your back against the band, kind of like that. And then from here, simple bench press. Obviously, you might not get the same sort of resistance as you would by bench pressing 220, 230 pounds kind of thing, but obviously this will help for now. That kind of thing, quite a good stretch across. The other the other stuff which a lot of people don't know about me is I do a lot of Pilates, hell of a lot of Pilates, a lot of core work. And for the big guys, people laugh at you and they kind of think it's a bit weird that big guys do that. But I've been doing Pilates for nearly 10 years. So my core is quite amazingly strong. So maybe one day I'm going to have to challenge Lacey on some of her ab stuff, eh?
She just typed in a.
So yeah.
No, I was just saying she just typed in the chat Pilates is hard. That's funny.
So obviously one of the things that I love to do, and this would probably be part of my challenge, would be to show off some of the Pilates moves that I do. I know Ronald spoke in his video about some of my Pilates stuff, so I want to try and just get that going so I can show you guys. Let me just reposition myself. So I hope I can get it right. You know, whenever you have things on camera, you tend to screw it up a bit, right? So let's see if I can get it right.
Happens to me all the time. No worries.
So let's just lock the prosthetics so it doesn't fall off me. So what you want to do is you want to try and position yourself in a nice upright bridge position onto your right shoulder, left shoulder, depending on what your stronger side is. Then you push up into a plank, arm up, and there you go.
Dang.
And you can try and hold that as long as possible. So that's pretty much my challenge, to try and see if people can do that position as long as they possibly can. And
what's your record?
Cool. I think on the right side, I think I have roughly around about 1:30.
Dang, that's awesome.
And I weigh 255 pounds. So I think that's where the problem comes in. Yeah. Oh yeah, starfish. I like that one. We're gonna call it the starfish. So the challenge is we're gonna call it the starfish position. How's that for an idea?
I like that. We have the starfish challenge on the table. Yeah. Pretty cool.
Yeah, so cool, man.
That's awesome.
So that's pretty much, like I said, I'd love to show more stuff regarding the weightlifting. Unfortunately, the resources aren't that available with the stuff at home to show the weightlifting, which I love to show. The other interesting thing, on a shot put note, if you have a little ball, you can actually practice the release of the shot put while you're at home. And that's something that a lot of people don't understand. The shot put release is very important in letting that shot go out. So lying on your back, you can take a ball, a medicine ball if you have, lie on your back and just push up. So what that teaches you is the flick of the shot put. So one of the nice things is you're not going to really injure or damage anything as such, because you can use, like I said, a very light ball and just push it up, bang. So that's teaching you how to flick the shot put out each time.
That's awesome.
So by doing that, you've actually now learned how to release the shot put. Especially during lockdown, one of the things I was doing is I was doing that specific drill quite a bit because I couldn't get out of my house. I live in an apartment, so I couldn't even get onto a field. So all I was doing was pretty much just releasing that shot. So now it's kind of like second nature to me.
That's cool. And you do that probably like a couple times a day, a couple different sets?
Well, I probably do in excess of 40 to 50 of these things every day kind of thing, because there's not much that I could possibly do because of the limitations during lockdown. So that'll be a really good drill. I have a few others, but it requires a lot of space to try and get around. So yeah,
that's awesome. I appreciate you so much, and for your challenge. I like the starfish drill. Well, we're gonna go ahead.
I want to see yours, Cody. You gotta show me yours, right?
I wish I could, but I don't have space right now. I share room with my brother. I make room. My space is the driveway. I have the driveway. Okay. That's my little.
So I'm gonna do an Insta challenge with you, right? On Instagram, I'm gonna post it. Then you're gonna show me yours. How's that for a deal?
That works perfect on Instagram. Cool, I like the adaptive apps thing because I think you can find people's profiles and whatnot. It's pretty cool. But we're gonna go ahead and start the video. It's a few minutes long, so stay with us, guys. And if you have to go right at 11:30, I'm sorry. If not, I'll still be here. We'll still be good. But let's go ahead and play that video from Ronaldo, I believe. Let's see it. Let's see it, guys.
Hey guys, I'm Ronald. I'm currently living in the Netherlands in a place called Gouda. That's where the famous Dutch cheese is made. And I'm here to show you guys a couple of exercises. The exercises are made so you can improve your stability and coordination a bit, and hopefully be able to walk outside with a bit more confidence, and not be afraid to fall down or, I don't know, crash into something. So I'm nearly there. I hope you guys can enjoy this exercise. So let me give you a short introduction of who I am. I had a big car accident in the year 2003 where I lost my right foot and part of my lower leg. I've been into Paralympic sports since '06. First I was a javelin thrower, then I was a long jumper, and since 2018 I'm a sprinter actually. So I'm the current world champion in a 200 meter discipline. In this competition I represent Team Pillay. Currently I'm on the obsidian foot in my sprinting, and today I will be using my formula foot because that gives me the confidence in my day-to-day life to be able to do all the stuff I want. So let me show you around and we can do some drills. So if you have like a limited space or limited stuff you can use, just feel free to use your imagination. I mean, the only downside to not using your imagination is that you're limiting yourself actually. So just use a stair set. I'm going to show you some exercises I usually do in a typical training situation. And it will be evolving from easy stuff, so general stability, to the more hardcore stuff. So let's get started. So first set, very simple, just standing on one leg. If that's easy for you, you can close your eyes. And if that's easy, you can try to hop on one leg. Let's give it a try. So just experience it's easier if you hop on one leg, so be sure to practice that as well. So the next step in making things a bit harder for you, you see I've made this beautiful cross here on the floor. What I want you guys to try is to skip on one leg and to hit every corner. So first jump here, second jump here, third jump here, fourth here, and so on. And try to mix crossing. Next one, hopping up some stairs. The last one, trying to skip one step. Not sure if I can make it. So, if you can make it, be sure to sign up into your next exercise. So the second exercise I want to practice with you guys is just some simple planking and planking variations. I'm quite sure Tyrone will be here as well, and maybe even do some Pilates stuff, because I know that guy is really into that, which is amazing. So let me show you the next exercise. The next exercise we're going to do is one you can do very easily if you don't have any gym equipment back home. What we're going to do is a static exercise first and then do some more dynamic stuff. So we're going to try and just do a planking position like this. Try and keep pressure on all the 4 contact points. And if you find it's easy for you, you can try and lift one leg. And try lifting the other, of course. If you can make that, try lifting one hand. As you can see, I'm getting a bit dirty. I don't mind getting dirty. I'm getting a shower anyway after this. try lifting the other hand, of course. So the next is a simple push-up. Try some varieties. So try and do a push-up with a clap. Or do a push-up with one foot in the air. Or do a push-up with one hand. I'm going to practice my one-handed push-ups. I'd like you guys to practice all the other things that we've done. Or try and practice your one-handed push-up as well. Did you have fun working out? I'm going to try and do some one-handed push-ups next time again. I do these, well, most of these things during my day-to-day routine in my training sessions. And it's made a huge difference in my sprinting and, more importantly, life in general. I'm way more confident moving around outside the house, and I lose my footing less easily. So this week, I would like to challenge you to practice your skill and then share about it on Facebook or the platform. So be sure to tag the Angel Virtual Games and use the hashtag Inspired by You so we can see your progress through the week. If you have any questions, you can just message me on Instagram or this platform, and try finding me on social media. These skills, and I think you'll be ready for your challenge Saturday. Enjoy. Bye-bye.
But all right, guys, that was awesome. I learned a lot. It was fun watching all the planks and whatnot. Believe me, planks are a little bit of a challenge, so do what you can and start where you can, and then always try to build up. Your brain likes to tell you to stop. We here at Angel City say, hey, start where you are, and then always try to work and get better. So we're going to wrap things up. Thank you to all the coaches for taking the time and sharing your knowledge with. I believe that there's someone, like the people in here trying to learn, you guys are the next generation. We are the next generation of adaptive athletes. And Angel City Sports, we're pouring into you. Like, it is so cool. So some more just kind of final closing remarks that I want you to remember are the challenges. By Saturday, we challenge you to all of those challenges, all the coaches posted in the chat. Check out the announcements tab on the Angel City Sports portal or angelcitygames.org if you want to review what the challenges are. You have a week to complete the challenge and upload, this is important, upload your photos on social media, whatever social media you use, and the portal. So upload them to everywhere you can. And then join us again at 10 a.m. this Saturday, July 18th. 10 a.m. this Saturday, July 18th. Even put it in the chat so everyone knows. This is a cool place. We'll have Q&A and an opportunity to win incredible prizes. I like winning things, including medals, courtesy of the Hartford. If you can't make the challenge on the 18th, you could still have a chance to win a prize. Again, if you upload a photo to social media and tag at Angel City Sports, it's worth it. Your friends get to see all the cool things you're doing, and your friends have a chance to check out Angel City Sports. Again, coaches, you're awesome. Your knowledge is incredible. I'm going to use it. I hope everyone in this group, in this session, uses it. Be sure to come back every single day for more fun. Tomorrow night is Health and Wellness Night, which is incredible that we can do it virtually. I am especially excited because none other than NBA champion Pau Gasol will be speaking. He's absolutely incredible, and it's so cool that, you know, he's an Olympian and I'm a Paralympian. And I was like, whoa, that's awesome. All right, just be sure to be there. Then on Wednesday, there are 5 workouts. 5, not 4, not 6, but 5. Like, there's a lot for you to choose from. And on Thursday, there is a concert. We're still able to do a concert in the midst of COVID. This is crazy. We have an awesome lineup for you. And then again, we'll be back on Saturday at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. That's kind of important to know because we're all over. That's the Pacific Standard Time. Don't miss out. Be updated. Stay on the platform for all the upcoming events. All right, everyone, go get to work. We'll see you soon. Thank you so much. Y'all can leave the Zoom. Appreciate it. Bye, guys.